Things are happening fast and furious. With that development road, people and trade will come in droves. The push is big. This article was interesting to me. In 5 days Iraq Central Bank sells more than $1 billion. And they say there is now no room for the parallel market or black market for dollars. This is huge from Al-ALAQ. Once they open the doors and change the real effective exchange rate, then the dinar will then be stronger than the dollar. That is what al-Sudani has said more than once. And that is what we are waiting for. Isn't that interesting? New Mexico Bank, said they're not going to exchange it. They didn't say it's a scam. I have not heard the word scam in almost 6 months now. You see, that's a pattern that was meant to be broken. I am concerned for Iraq. Why is the U.S. Secretary of State urging the Iraq Prime Minister to take quick action against armed groups in Iraq? Things are extremely tense behind the scenes in the Middle East. The U.S. has issued a stark warning to the Iraqi government. If Iran uses Iraqi soil to attack Israel, expect Israeli retaliation against Iraq. But here's the latest news. There's no doubt about what is about to happen in Iraq. Article: Israel prepares a large-scale attack on targets in Iraq. None of this sounds good. Iraq's inflation rate is key. It's low. It went from 7.5% to 3.8%. It's really in good shape. The central bank governor determines who goes to buy dollars from the black market. Quote, a number of merchants, for personal reasons, still do not come using the official method and transfer what they need at the official price, but the percentage of these people decreases with the passage of time. Saleh on TV saying Iraq private sector is about to catch up economically with the international sector. Not at a program rate. A person would have to be a moron to think Iraq's economy is about to explode with a punished sanctioned program rate to their currency. CBRs, correspondent banking relationships, we've known about that since 2023. This isn't brand new. This is what's been done. 2024 consultation Article 4 is about things they've got to a certain point where now we're going to the next step. We're focusing in on 2024 for what? Modernizing the banking system. Getting that completed. Going to the private sector. Privatizing the state-owned banks. They're doing it. Ernst & Young are doing it. They've had a contract since January. My CBI contact told me there is a planned meeting next week with the director Al-Alaq to review the status of the committee work and plan out the next phase of the project to delete the zeros. I was told that the CBI will no longer be supporting the currency auctions come the end of the year. She told me they are now working on many more foreign banks besides the already arranged four U.S. banks that are going to also come into process of supporting the international conversion of dinar to dollars on payment of imports to Iraq. Why would these other banks want to exchange dinars if they were not going to be worth something and globally traded? This news was very good news for all of us. It tells us there is going to be some huge change in policy of currency exchange for international trade with Iraq. Sudani held a telephone call with President Trump and Mr. Trump said I'm going to help end the conflict in that whole region that you got there and they agreed to meet in the near future. Frank, yeah, they'll meet before he becomes president in January. Mark my word. The whole world is calling Sudani because of your monetary reform success and now the whole world is calling my President Trump because they know they will now be successful with him. Sudani only talks to people that want to be successful with him. Sudani issues 6 directives to increase financial inclusion and raise its indicators in all governates. These include increasing number of banking branches, modern technologies, banking services, etc. They have modernized their banking system for the rise in value of their currency. This is all part of their white papers and economic reforms. One of their goals is to raise the purchasing power of the dinar for all Iraq. That means a revaluation, RV, or reinstatement. Economic expert Nabil Al-Marsomi revealed today, Saturday, that the continuation of Iraq and OPEC it will cause him severe financial difficulties and gap huge deficits starting with the 2025 budget. Al-Marsomi said in a tweet that I followed. Sumerian news in Iraq during the next 3 years it needs to export 5 million barrels per day to achieve oil revenues of 109 billion dinars annually at a price of $60 per barrel to cover the growing public spending, and this will not be achieved except by withdrawing from OPEC, as it did previously. Qatar, Angola and the abandonment of the production quota system followed by the organization. He added that OPEC is no longer as effective as it was in the 70s. The century that passed, and its role is currently limited to bearing the burden of adapting supply to demand to provide rescue packages for high-cost oils such as shale and sand oil at the expense of OPEC losing its market shares to other producers.